Right lads, so we might just have a look up here and see the practice. If we look here at assignment 4, right, we have a coffee grinder. And it's a manual coffee grinder. So there's a number of different parts in it. If you look at all the different parts, there's 13 different parts, of which some of them have 2. So we have part 4 has 2 parts, part 5 has 2 parts, part 7 has 2 parts, and part 11 has 2 parts as well. Is that okay? So we have to kind of just start thinking about how we're going to draw this. Okay, so I'm just going to start at part number 1 because it's the very first part. So the base, and this is the base here. So part 1 is the base over here. Okay, so you can see it. Zoom up there a bit so you can see it. Okay, so part number 1 is this part here. And you can see it's circular in nature. It has a hollow in the bottom, and it's hollowed out at the top to kind of catch any damage or coffee granules that's falling down. And then it has 2 uprights coming out of it, which hold the legs of the actual thing itself, of the coffee grinder itself, suspended in the air. So there's 2 ways we could draw this. We could draw it by doing an extrude, and then by cutting 2 more profiles at the top and the bottom, or we could, and then adding these 2 pieces, or we could do it by a revolve, and then adding these 2 pieces here. It doesn't bother me which one you do, but I'm probably going to do the easiest, which is the extrude. Okay? Well, extrude would be going from the bottom to the top, and revolve would be going round like that. Okay? So we've used both of them over the course of our time before. Okay? So it's just about trying to play it for you. Okay? So I'm just going to go through it in terms of what we're going to do and drawing it. So it'll be file, new, part, okay. And we're going to do it on what plane do you think we do this on? Okay. The front plane? If you think about it, it sits on the table. So it'll probably be top plane. Okay? If we're doing an extrude. So I'll click on top plane, left click on sketch, and now I want to draw a circle. So the circle is going to be the overall width of it. So it's going to be, what size is there? 220 millimeters. So we're on Smart Dimension, click on the circle and type in 220, 220. Then I'm going to do a feature. Select Features tab. I'm going to do an extruded boss base, and I'm told that the height of this is 20. Okay, there's my disc. Now I have my material. If I was in the workshop, I'd now get my file out and start cutting it and shaping it, wouldn't I? So basically that's what I want to do here as well. So I want to start at the bottom, and I want to rotate it around to the bottom. I'll left click on the surface, and then I'm going to click on sketch. Then I'm going to type in Control and 8 on my keyboard so that it's normal to me. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to go and get a circle command and draw a circle again. This time the circle is going to be radius 95. Okay, so radius 95. So I'm going to click on that. So 95 by 2 would be the diameter, which is 190. So we've got features, so an extruded cut, I'm going to cut into it. I'm going to cut into it by 6 millimeters.
What do you cut there?
Cut extrude. So cut extrude. Extrude cut. Okay. So by 6 millimeters. And now I start to get a cut there like that. I'm going to cut the top of it now as well, so I want to click on the top surface, click on sketch, select normal 2, so Control 8 on your keyboard. I'm going to draw another circle. This time the circle is going to be 107 diameter, or 107 radius, which is what, 214 diameter. Okay, going to do a feature, click on extrude cut, and this time it's extruding cut down 11. Now there's my base starting to show up. Now what we have to do is we have to do a fillet, or a number of fillets. So the first fillet is going to be, so we'll go select fillet up here on the features toolbar. All fillets are going to be 6. So I come over here, I change the radius to 6, and I make sure I have full preview shown. I click on the inside edge, which is going to round, and I come down here and I click on the inside edge, which is going to also round. And click on the green thing. Okay. There's my shape there now. Okay, copy so far? The next thing now is I have to put in the two upright towers. So I need to go in and put in these two towers here. This one and this one. Now if I do it smart enough, I can just draw one and then mirror one off the other. Okay, mirror it off the center plane. So we have a circle which is diameter 16, a circle which is radius 11, so that's diameter 22. So two circles, one 22, one 16, and they are going to be 13 off the top, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 off the base. So that's 11 from there to there, and that's 20. That means that that's 9 distance from there to there. All right. So that leaves me that I can actually calculate out what height I wanted. So let's go back to SolidWorks. Create a sketch on this plane, the inside of it. Select sketch. Select normal 2. And the first thing I always do when I start doing stuff like this, I definitely want symmetry in it, is I draw a center line. It helps me. I go to circle command, I draw my first circle. Okay. Then I draw my second circle. I always put my smallest dimension in first. The smallest dimension is going to be 16. Next dimension is going to be 22. Now we know that the center of this circle and the center of this are going to be 180 between the two. So 180 divided by 2 is 90. So there we go, there's 90. Now, next thing I have to do is I have to go to the features, extrude a boss base, and I'm going to extrude it a total distance of 11 plus 13 is 23 plus 1 is 24. So 24 height. That is the base there. So as I added the distance that was off the top surface, so it's 13 off the top, and it's 11 from the top surface, this top surface, down to this surface. So that add the two of them, and then I get the total height of it. Okay? So that's that. Next thing I need to do is I need to go on and mirror that and just put it there. So I select the mirror command from the features tab, so features, I select mirror. I go over here to the wee arrow, and I come down and I find the right plane, that's the plane of symmetry. I then select what features I want to mirror. Well, I want to mirror boss extrude, and I accept that. So now I have that done there. So that's the base, fully done. Okay, so make sure you save it, file, save as. We'll go up to create a new folder called Assembly 4, assignment form. We'll call it base. I'll put a number from. Okay, that's that.